GGB and co-host Puppers, and today we're going to be doing the second part 2 of the Week 7 slate. So let's get straight to it. Vikings and Lions, let's go. Big game in the NFC North. It's a huge matchup because the Lions right now, that NFC North is so crowded. If the Lions had won last game, which they should have, they would have been 3-1-1. They would have been in first place. Now with a record of 2-2-1, they are in last place in the NFC North. That's how big that game was for them. But I do think they're a really good team. They're a 1-point favorite in this matchup. I actually think the Lions are one of the best teams in the NFL right now. They barely lost to a Kansas City Chiefs team when Patrick Mahomes was still healthy. And they should have won that Packers game. They really, right now, should be either undefeated or have one loss. Like, that close. They're so good. They're a really good team. The Lions are favored by 1. I really like that. I like Lions by more than that, obviously. But I do think it's going to be a close game because the Vikings are really good as well. Kirk Cousins showed last game that he can light up a secondary, but that Lions secondary is way stronger than the Eagles secondary. I feel like the Lions might be able to stop Dalvin Cook here, and Matthew Stafford, and Kerryon Johnson, and Kenny Golladay, and Marvin Jones Jr. They're just going to have a field day against this Vikings D. Lions win and cover. Okay, Jaguars at Bengals, and this is my lock of the week, guys. I'm so happy because I'm still in this Yahoo Fantasy thing, and there is exactly 36,669 people left, including myself, which means 36,668 people I need to knock out to get this 25K. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Jaguars are favored by 3, but this is the Bengals we're talking about. One of the worst teams in the NFL right now. And I've started a new strategy. It's called picking against bad football teams. And I used to be doing it with the Dolphins, but for the past 2 weeks I like the Bengals because they're about as bad. They're terrible. They're not a good football team at all. But the Jaguars, they didn't look great against the Saints, but they stayed in there. And the Saints are a really good team, even with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. And once they get Drew Brees back, man, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But right now they have Teddy Bridgewater, and they barely lost to that dude. But I'm excited. This Jaguars team looks good. Gardner Minshew looks like a great future of the franchise. They got 2 first-round draft picks for Jalen Ramsey, who they just shipped out. But their defense is still solid. Josh Allen, Calais Campbell, and A.J. Boye. A.J. Boye doesn't get enough credit. Even though he was the second best corner on the team, he still is a great corner. So I do like the Jaguars here. It's my lock of the week. So hopefully they won't lose. Okay, moving on to the next game. Dolphins at Bills. And I know you guys are thinking, well, he's a moron because he didn't pick the Bills as the lock of the week. And I'm taking a risk here with the Jaguars because, number 1, I have to pick them eventually, so I might as well pick them this week. This seems like their best chance to win. Number 2, I like the Bills. The Bills are a really good team, and they could make the playoffs this year. I'd like to save those teams that could make the playoffs for the future. Adelaide says, who cares about the future? Let's live in the present. But I'd like to leave them for later so I could have a future lock of the week. Plus, they play the Dolphins again, and they get them at Orchard Park. So, I think the Bills should be a good team this year. I'm excited. So, let's go. Okay. Moving on to the last pick of this part 2. Wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I have 2 more picks left. Rams at Falcons. Okay, this is another one I was considering for my lock of the week. But the Rams are only favored by 3. Plus, the Rams are really good. That San Francisco 49ers game does not show you how good the Rams are. Because the Rams are good. The Niners are just really, really good. They're looking like a dominant team in the NFC right now. I'm looking forward to when the Saints play the Niners. But I like the Rams here. And the Falcons are only supposed to lose by 3. Yeah, no, the Falcons team, I expected to make the playoffs this year. They're terrible. They're just abysmal. I don't know what's happening on offense and defense, but whatever's happening is not good. Dan Quinn needs to be fired now. It's not like Jake Gruden, which I didn't agree with that coach, the firing decision. Because, I mean, Jake Gruden has never had anything to work with. It's like firing Adam Gase for the Dolphins. Oh, wait, that happened. But Adam Gase had nothing to work with the Dolphins, and Jake Gruden didn't have anything either. Dan Quinn has a whole bunch of talent on this Falcons team. Whole bunch. But he's not doing anything with it. Like, the offense is nothing. The defense is worse than nothing. They're terrible. But anyways, I think the Rams are going to win by way more than 3. Okay, final game. Chargers at Titans. The Titans are favored by 2. And this is basically the matchup of the teams that are like, hey, we need to turn our season around because right now it's going absolutely abysmally. So, Chargers, it's going terribly. I don't know why it's going terribly for them, but it just is. It's going absolutely abysmally for them. The Chargers' defense isn't playing very well, and offense isn't playing well. Rivers has not been the same guy we've seen in most years. The Titans just benched Mariota, and it's looking like we saw the first 2 teams last week. Because, I don't know. Like, last week, I'm like, I don't know who's drafted the first-round quarterback next year. Because, I mean, everyone had a good quarterback this year. And I think I know the answer for 2 of them. The Dolphins benched Josh Rosen, which Josh Rosen wasn't playing great, and named Ryan Fitzpatrick the starter this week. That means they don't have confidence in Rosen as a starter, and that means to me they're drafting someone this year. But the Titans, they just benched Mariota. Like, so obviously I'm rooting for the Titans because Tannehill's a good quarterback, and I like Tannehill, and, to be honest, he had a good career in Miami, but I guess he just kept getting hurt. I don't know. They decided that they didn't want to win anymore, but Tannehill was good there, and I still think he can be good here at the Tennessee Titans. I feel like if he plays well, he can earn the starting job. But I feel like we're seeing the Titans draft someone next year, which means we might get the first look at the 2 teams that are drafting Tua and Herbert. So I'm looking forward to this game because we're going to see how good Tannehill is, because if he plays well, he earns a starting gig, 100%. But you don't know if he's going to play well because he's Ryan Tannehill. So Titans are favored by 2. I actually like that. They get home field advantage. Tannehill is a good quarterback. He was one of the best backups in the NFL until they benched Mariota. He is good. I expect him to do well in Tennessee, especially against a bad Chargers team. We all expected the Chargers to be way better this year than they were. Well, that's my picks for Week 7, Part 2. Watch the next video to see the last 4 games. And this is me, GGB, and Puppers saying, adios, amigos.